I'm River. I was conceived quite some time in the past in a vague locale in a mountain. I'm blend of a few streams. From the day I was conceived I was anxious to continue on and travel to obscure locales. Along these lines, I was rising with life and power, prepared to conquer any snag that came my direction. I brutally rushed through the limited springs and curves in the mountains to start my excursion into obscure terrains. I truly feel serious areas of strength for exceptionally, and unadulterated as of now as I move along a harsh landscape areas of strength for width. At times I plunge a few many feet from an extraordinary level with incredible power. This is known as a cascade. As I progress on a descending pattern conveying along broken rocks and flotsam and jetsam, I at long last arrive at the fields. At this crossroads of my course, I wind up in the upper fields and notice my course broadening. The water that I bring down here from the mountains is taken full advantage of by individuals got comfortable the region. Seeing a lot of settlements on my banks is very fascinating. Individuals cause to feel vital since they feel I'm hallowed, sacred and a wellspring of life. Alongside little municipalities, houses there are sanctuaries too. The picturesque magnificence around me is extremely gorgeous and astonishing. From the harsh mountain landscape, I will quite often turn into a piece slow and slurry in the upper fields. I'm the main wellspring of unadulterated and clean water and I feel extraordinary that I am valuable to such countless individuals. As I move along, I gather a ton of soil, rocks and flotsam and jetsam and become weighty. In this way I lose on speed and gradually walk along the fields. Abandoning the upper fields I arrive at the lower fields. The dirt that I convey alongside me is exceptionally rich and very great for farming. I flood the fields with prolific alluvial soil that expands the fruitfulness and yield of fields situated on my banks. A few ranchers are reliant upon me for their work and occupation. I water the fields, which thusly assists crops with filling and overflow here. This causes the district to flourish and cultivates monetary development. There is in every case a buzzing about to be seen here and the view is exceptionally gorgeous and improving. As I get across the fields, I extensively delayed down and start to take wide turns and twists. A few municipalities have created along my banks, which have business and financial significance. These municipalities have a shifted culture too. I have turned into a stage for exchange and trade. Individuals convey products forward and backward across the stream for exchange. My water is likewise utilized for washing, family errands and for drinking also. Now and again during my course in the mountains and fields, particularly in the rainstorm seasons, I convey overpowering volumes of water that causes floods. To control the volume of water I convey, individuals have assembled dams. I move with extraordinary rage and power during this time, and some of the time even reason a lot of harm to human progress. Dams have been worked to store abundance water, which is to be utilized for rural purposes during the dry season. In the upper course of my excursion, for example in the mountains, the public authority has fostered a few tidal power tasks to create power. The power that is produced here assists industry with developing and furthermore helps individuals living nearby in the occupation and exchange. Thusly I keep moving alongside no closure until I meet the ocean. In the lower course of the stream, I assume the part of the maker and destroyer. A few homes and houses have been washed away by me during the floods, and yet I'm likewise a wellspring of new life, particularly farming. I store prolific soil in the fields that assists crops with developing, which would upgrade monetary development of the country. I want to keep streaming till I meet the ocean. This is the last period of my excursion. Here individuals have constructed ports and processing plants. This achieves a specific measure of contamination and debasements. In the upper course my water is unadulterated with next to no contaminations. Yet in the last period of my excursion I can't hold my virtue on account human movement. Subsequently my process as very reaches a conclusion. I keep on streaming endlessly with an expect to be at the help of humankind for a long time into the future.